Thank you all. I want to thank all of the House members who voted for me today. I am grateful for your continued support and the opportunity to serve as Speaker for another term. My hope is that we can all work together for the people of the state of Rhode Island. Campaign season is over, and now it is time to govern in the best interests of the citizens of Rhode Island. As in the past, my office will always be open to 74 of my colleagues who wish to meet with me to discuss legislative matters. I will remain open to all good ideas from all members. I also wish to sincerely acknowledge the people of my district. Without their support, I would not be here today. So to the residents of District 15 in Cranston, thank you from the bottom of my heart. A sincere thank you to Representative Marvin Abney, who, as the senior member from Newport, did a terrific job in convening the first day of session. Marvin is a trusted friend who dedicates countless hours in the critical role of House Finance Committee Chairman. Marvin is a retired Army major who served his country for 20 years. Thank you, Marvin, for your service and for your devotion to the state of Rhode Island. There's that smile. I'd also like to thank Representatives Shelby Maldonado and Camille Vela-Wilkinson for putting my name into nomination. Both of you are tireless public servants. Shelby works a full-time job, serves the people of our state in the House of Representatives, and is also a student at Roger Williams School of Law. I don't know how she does it all, but Shelby manages all her responsibility with a maturity and wisdom of someone well beyond her years. And she does it all with a wonderful smile. Camille, a retired Navy officer, is an unstoppable force in promoting all veterans' causes in Rhode Island. She served for many years on the Warwick City Council and has brought tremendous energy, enthusiasm, and dedication to our chamber and to serving the people of Rhode Island. At our Democratic caucus in November, Joe Shekarchi was reelected majority leader. He has been a great partner these past 2 years, and he will be taking an even more active role in working closely with our committees to review all legislative matters. I know Leader Shekarchi's door is always open to all of you to discuss issues, policy, and legislation. At the same Democratic caucus, Whip Jay Edwards, Deputy Whip Chris Blazewski, Deputy Speaker Charlene Lima, and Speaker Pro Tempore Brian Kennedy were all reelected. With the combined 74 years of legislative experience in this chamber, the 4 of them do a great job and will continue to work with each and every member on their legislative priorities. I also offer my sincere congratulations to our new Minority Leader, Blake Filippi, and Minority Whip, Mike Chippendale. You have both been excellent colleagues and friends. I look forward to working with both of you and the entire Republican caucus. Our collaboration will lead to many positive accomplishments for our state. I want to thank Secretary of State Nellie Gorbea for swearing in all of the House members Thank you, Madam Secretary. I offer my sincere congratulations to you, Secretary Gorbea, along with Governor Raimondo, Lieutenant Governor Dan McKee, General Treasurer Seth Magaziner, and our new Attorney General, Peter Nerona, on your elections. I know we will work together, as well as with our colleagues in the Senate, to move our state forward. I look forward to the Governor's address shortly. It was a great honor to have my close friend, Superior Court Magistrate Richard Rispalo, administer the oath of office. Richard was my legal counsel and is now doing a terrific job dispensing justice in the Superior Court. I am so proud of you, Rich. Where are you? Oh, there he is. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your dedication to the House of Representatives while you served, and to the people of Rhode Island in your new capacity. One of the sharpest minds I've ever come across. Today we welcome 14 new members to the General Assembly. Congratulations to all of you. I can easily recall my first inauguration 12 years ago. I was filled with humility, hope, and optimism. To all the freshmen, please take those same feelings with you as you work to build a brighter future for your constituents and every Rhode Islander. While I had the opportunity to talk with each of you on Orientation Day, I encourage you to reach out to your colleagues on both sides of the aisle. Each of us represents a diverse and unique community within our state, but we must work together to move Rhode Island forward. I can't wait to begin working with everyone in this chamber. Over the last 5 years that I have been Speaker, we have worked together to improve our state's economic climate, assist working families, and advance the quality of life for the residents throughout our state. As I stated when I first took this rostrum in March of 2014, the focus will be on jobs and the economy. Working with Governor Raimondo in the Senate, our focus has not strayed from that mantra. A few short years ago, our unemployment rate was 11.3%. It now stands at 3.8%, the lowest it has been in 29 years. For 6 straight months, more than 500,000 Rhode Islanders have been working, which is the highest number in the state's history. The Jobs Incentive Act, an initiative of Leader Shekarchi, has resulted in more than 3,200 new good-paying jobs. Rhode Island is moving in the right direction because of the bold actions taken by the members of this chamber, collaboratively with the Senate and all the executive offices. Thank you for your hard work. In the coming 2 years, I want to stay on that same path. We need to reduce regulatory burdens that hamper our businesses. We need to support programs that ensure our Rhode Islanders are well trained for the jobs of the future. And we must continue to lessen the tax burden on all of our citizens. My #1 priority will be phasing out the car tax and eliminating it completely. This will be the 3rd year of the 6-year phase-out. After this session, we will be halfway to our goal of providing significant relief from this regressive tax. Before we implemented the phase-out, we had the highest car tax in the nation. And we are 3 years away from joining half the states in the country that don't have this burdensome tax at all. Cutting the car tax has improved our tax competitiveness nationally, moving us up in the rankings. And just a few months ago, I was proud to accept, on behalf of the entire House, an award from the Tax Foundation, a national nonpartisan organization, for our collective efforts in creating an improved tax policy. There are other priorities that I want to look closely at this session. Some of the issues we began working on last year will get a fresh look this session. We will work with Representative Carol McEntee to readdress the statute of limitations for sex offenders. I applaud Representative McEntee for her hard work and dedication on this issue. I learned recently that it took Massachusetts almost 10 years to enact legislation on this topic. Although we could not reach a final conclusion in 4 months last year, we will continue our analysis and fact-finding this year to hopefully achieve a successful outcome, and I am confident we will do so. We must also continue to evaluate potentially raising the minimum wage. Massachusetts has done so, and it is important to remain competitive with our neighboring states. We will work closely with Representative David Bennett, who has been a champion on this issue for many years. Thank you, Representative Bennett. We should take a fresh look at possibly expanding the estate tax exemption to keep our retirees from moving elsewhere. We will continue to work on enacting strong measures to address the opioid crisis. We passed some important legislation last year, and we will continue to do all we can legislatively to save lives and provide the help and treatment that is needed. We will also continue to work collaboratively with the state police to enact more school safety measures. Nothing is more paramount than keeping our children safe in schools. I was proud that we made a strong commitment to provide funding to communities seeking to add school resource officers and make infrastructure upgrades to make their schools safer. We will continue to seek the advice and counsel of the Rhode Island State Police and local police departments to make even more safety investments in 2019. Finally, we must focus more attention on making sure our children receive a first-rate education. The recent Rhode Island test scores were totally unacceptable. We have already begun to review the best practices that are working so well in Massachusetts, and this House will look to adopt some of those measures so our students will succeed at a much better rate than they presently are. Representative Greg Amori has great expertise on these issues and will provide us with strong guidance that he has obtained from decades in the field of education. Thank you, Representative Amori. We must look to adopt a long-term plan like other states. We must look at a statewide curriculum and evaluate our graduation requirements. Most importantly, the Rhode Island Department of Education must do better. We will hold them accountable. As I conclude, I want to take just a few minutes to thank many of my family members and friends who are here today. My wife, Marianne, thank you for all of your love and support. And the reason I chuckle a little bit is 12 years ago, I asked her if I can run, maybe 13 years ago, and she said, "What's it going to entail?" And I said, "I don't know, 3 hours a week, three afternoons a week for 3 hours a week." Well, lo and behold, I have 2 full-time jobs, and I have the most patient wife in the world who's always home, shoring up the home front while I'm serving the citizens of Rhode Island. Thank you. I love you very much. And for the record, she hates that. And she now has to say on some days, "Is it a hats and sunglass day?" before she checks the newspaper. Sorry, thank you. To my sons, Nick and Tony, and their girlfriends, Rebecca Dinnerman and Kaylee Talon, thank you for your love and support, particularly my 2 boys. I remember 12 years ago, you were seated along that wall, and you were 12 and 14. I thought I laid a good enough foundation that you could withstand me serving as a representative, never mind majority leader or speaker, and I was damn right. You've done a phenomenal job growing up into the best young men any father could ever hope for. And it's not me saying it. Every time I go in public, people tell me how mature, well-behaved, and respectful you are. So thank you for who you are, your support, and who you've become. I love you both very much. My sister Susan Izzo and her husband Rocco Izzo, my niece Cassie Izzo, her boyfriend Greg Sion. Best family members you can have, but where's my sister Susan? When, we've had our ups and downs, but when you're in a foxhole, you want her next to you. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Michael and Carol Montecalvo, thank you for being here. My niece, Donna Adler, her husband, Matt, and their daughter, Sophia. Where's Sophia? Where's Sophia? Pick her up. Any chance we can get Sophia on TV? Welcome, Sophia. Hi, Sophia. Like most smart people, Sophia's always stayed away from me and been afraid of me. My friend and longtime supporter, Nick Capobianco. Nick, you've shared every step of this journey with me. Thank you for your support and actual love. Nobody does that without a lot of love. Thank you, Nick. Sacco Achkian, Joe and Norma Renzi, Jim, Ann, and Scott Malloy, Kelly Wilson, Evelyn Ferranti, Atta Petrosinelli, thank you all for your friendship. One thing I've been blessed with, good family and great friends, and you mean the world to me. Thank you to John Procaccini for doing such a great job singing today, and the Cranston Fire Department Honor Guard in pipes and drums. And a special thank you to my good friend, Deputy Chief Paul Valletta, for making those arrangements. Finally, thank you to Monsignor Albert Kenny and Father Andrew George for participating in today's proceedings. Father George is accompanied by my friend Harry Nicolopoulos. Thank you for your friendship, Harry, and thank you both for your blessings. To all my family members and my many friends, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support and your encouragement. Once again, thank you to my colleagues for this vote of confidence today. I look forward to working with all of you over the next 2 years.